Hi, I'm Simon from the Red Ferret, and this is the full review of the AOC U32U1. Yeah, what a name. Now, this is a monitor that has been designed by AOC together with Porsche, so it's a very nice design. We'll get more into that further in the video, but I've mainly used this monitor now the last couple of weeks and months for working at home, because we all have to stay at home, of course. And I've used it for working at home, so I'm going to tell you if this is worth its money. Now for the design. It won the Reddot Award in 2019, and as you can see, it has a 3 feet stand, as you can see, with the rounded corners, and it's pretty heavy as well. The metallic look on the bottom makes it look really nice in my opinion. The screen is also edge to edge, and you can swivel it, pivot it, put it up or down, and that's all very cool. As for the rest of the design goes, that's mainly a personal opinion, I think, but in my opinion, if you just look at this in where it's standing right now, it just looks very nice. It's very clean, it's very crisp, and it looks nice with the foot on the bottom and with just one cable coming out, so that's very cool in my opinion. Now, okay, design is not everything, of course. What about functionality on this monitor? Well, that's something I've really tested thoroughly in the last couple of months, because I was working home, as I've already said, and I got one question. Does this have a VESA mount, or can you mount an arm, for example, on the back of this device? Because it has a very nice design on the back as well, with a gray plate and with the foot sticking out. Well, you can just push the plate up, and then it will reveal 4 screws or 4 inputs for screws for a VESA mount, but you need to, of course, screw off the foot in order to mount the VESA mount. So it's possible, of course, but you won't be able to put the back lid up again because there will be a VESA mount in the way, but that's not a problem because it will be against the wall. But yeah, a VESA mount is possible. It was a question I got on YouTube, and now I answered that question. Now, when I go to work, I have 2 screens, one on the left and one on the right, which is very easy to have my mailbox open and to have my internet browser open, for example. But at home, I only have 1 screen. So I tested, can I use this screen, because this is a 31.5-inch screen. Can I use this screen as a dual monitor setup, kind of? Well, I can. As you can see, on the left, I put my browser, and on the right, I put my mailbox. It gets... You need some time to get used to it if you're used to 2 monitors side by side, but it works very fine. If you unplug your PC and plug it back in, it will remember the position where you set your screens in, so that's very nice. You also have apps on your Mac, for example, to position different apps, for example, but I don't use that. I just put my browser on the left side and put my mailbox on the right side, and that's all I need. Now, yeah, for Photoshop or Premiere Pro, for example, if I have to do some work over there, I just put it on full screen because I don't need any distractions from browsers or emails when I'm doing Photoshop or Premiere Pro. So yeah, I was a bit hesitant. Was this going to be enough to work at home all these days when I'm used to 2 screens? And I gotta say, yeah, I'm very happy with this screen. I've been using this like for real for 3 months or 2 months now since I'm living here, so I've moved out. I live here for about 2 months now, and I've been using this for about 2 months because I have to work home a lot. And it's just very nice. I don't get a lot of strain on my eyes, also because of this one. This is the BenQ Wit lamp. It's a special desk lamp which has special lighting for your eyes and all that stuff. But the screen itself is really good. It's on the perfect distance, as you can see, and I have a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse, and it's awesome. Now, something that adds some extra crispiness or some extra minimalism to the environment is the 1 cable usage. So as you can see, I have the MacBook Pro over here, and I only need 1 USB-C cable, which is plugged into the back of the monitor. I plug it into my MacBook and everything works. It charges my MacBook and it connects instantly. I've had other issues with dongles and all that stuff, so I was really worried. I was like, oh, this is not going to work as I think it will work, but it does the trick so nicely, and I'm very happy. It's a very stable image. It doesn't fall out or anything, so it's really good. Now, if you want to connect an external drive or a USB stick, for example, you can of course use the dongle to put it in your MacBook Pro, or you can just put it directly into the screen. If your MacBook Pro is connected via the USB-C cable, you can just connect an external hard drive to your screen and it will pop up on your MacBook Pro or other computer you're using. So that's very nice. That way you don't need any extra dongles to connect external drives, for example. By the way, if you're hearing any noise on the background, my neighbors are building a home next to me and they are using a lot of stuff and drills and all that stuff, so it's really noisy in here, unfortunately. That's why I moved out, because I wanted a quiet house where I could make videos. Did not work. Now this monitor also has speakers. These don't sound that good. I wasn't expecting them to sound good. They are there, you could use them, but I use my MacBook Pro speakers. They work a little bit better than the speakers on the monitor itself. Now, but what about the screen quality, Simon? Well, as I've said, this is a 31.5-inch monitor. It's a 4K UHD IPS display, and if you ask me what does that mean, I don't actually know, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to talk about sRGB, RGB gambits and color stuff and all that, because I don't know what that is, and I can't give you a good review on that because I actually don't know what that stands for. And I don't want to tell any lies or things I don't know anything about. I will put a video down below with another review which goes more into the color gambits and the screen quality and all that stuff, but that's not something I want to talk about. I really want to talk about what I think about the screen myself. I've used different monitors on my work at home, and now this one. And I gotta say, it's clear, it's crisp, it's 4K. I watch YouTube videos as well in 4K, MKBHD for example, and it works amazingly well. The 4K IPS technology on this thing is great, works well, great for videos, great for video editing, for Photoshop, and you can swivel, turn it, pivot it any way you like. So yeah, just to be clear for you, what do I use the screen for? Well, for browsing, for mailing, for video editing, for photoshopping, and for watching videos. So I really do a lot of different stuff with the screen, and I'm really happy with it. It just looks great, works well. And I don't game because I have a MacBook Pro. You don't game on a MacBook Pro. So I can't really tell if it's good for gaming, but I would not suggest it for gaming. I have specifically checked this, and though it's a 4K monitor and it doesn't have any lag or something, it's not a gaming monitor. It's more used as an editing monitor or for working from home, for example. Now, I think I said most things you need to know about this monitor. Now, a roundup. This monitor comes in at around $900 depending on where you buy it, and I know that's a lot of money, but look at what you're getting. You're getting a Porsche design monitor. This is not a regular monitor. I know this is not a monitor you'll be using at your work, for example. This is a monitor you'll be using at home where you want an eye catcher. If you want an eye catcher on your desk, this is one. This is a really clean monitor, and for that price you have a 4K monitor, a very nice designed 4K monitor, and you have all the ports and all the stuff you need to have a clean working space. Now I know some people will be like, well, you can buy a $200 monitor for 4K or for full HD and you can do your browsing and stuff. By all means, you can do that, of course, but if you're a bit into design and you have the money to spare and you're maybe thinking about buying two monitors, which will probably equal around $700 or $800, you could also consider buying one with almost the size of two, which is also 4K and which probably looks a lot better than two separate monitors. For me, I don't have a lot of room, as you can see here, so two monitors would be a bit difficult, I think. So one monitor, which is in total, I think 1.5 monitor, something like that, works amazingly well for me and for doing my work. Now, it's not only about the design as well, of course. It just works very well for editing photos or for editing videos. So if you're a video or photo editor, you have some money to spare, you want a really nice monitor, a clean desk setup, because if you're probably an editor, you're probably gonna have a clean desk setup, then this is a very good monitor, and I really would suggest it if you have the money to spare, of course. Now, as always, if you have any questions regarding this monitor, let me know and I'll be very glad to help you with them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. If you didn't, leave a dislike, maybe, or not, and tell us why so we can improve our next videos. And I hope I'll see you in our next video.